Okay, welcome back. Here we are in the very last part of this little kind of mini project we're doing. And here we're going back to that car loan, that Jetta, the VW Jetta that was $15,000 for a loan that we did back before in the second video. We want to open up a new tab for this section. So I'm going to hit the plus and I'm going to rename it. I'm going to rename it Jetta. That way I know what it is. And so let's take a look at what we're going to be doing in this problem. So this is actually the problem. I just didn't show it all to you way back at the second video. But really what's happening is the Jetta cost this much and the buyer put down a down payment. So they only had to borrow that $15,000. And there's your 5 years and there's your 6%. And here is your payment formula. Now you've already written that formula. So keep in mind, you can copy formulas. You don't have to rewrite them over and over and over every time. I think it's really nice to remember that you can go back and use those copy functions. Now it says here we have a principal, we have APR, we have number of periods in 1 year, number of years on the loan. I don't think we need to go through that again as a class because we have that in our spreadsheet. We began this problem when we did, oh, no, we did not. Oh, I see so if you want to cut, I don't really agree with what I wrote here. Let me fix that. I'll just put this. The what if was when we did the TV. I disagree with that comment. I'll say, feel free to copy from previous sheets. So if you want to copy a formula, feel free. If you feel you need more practice copying a form or writing a formula, go for it. I won't have any way of knowing. So let's take a look at some of these little hints I put in here. There's going to be 5 questions that you have to answer. The first one's really easy. You can just, like in the sheet, you can just say question 1, the term is, you can just put some text in a cell. That's okay. It says how many total payments will be made. Now, we didn't talk about this very much. No, but if you think back to the TV problem, remember, we only considered the first 12 months. And we had 12 payments because it was monthly. But we only wanted to talk about the first year. Well, think about our problem. We have 12 payments in a year, still monthly. But how many years are we making those payments? We're doing that 5 times. So I'm going to let you make that call, how to answer that question. But over here, what you can just do is put 2 or 2, and then you can write yourself a little formula. Or if you can do that multiplication in your head, you can just say the number of payments is however many. I'm not bent out of shape if you don't need a formula to do that. Now, we already figured this out. We already know that. $289.99 is the monthly payment, right? But that's not how much we're going to actually pay overall. We're going to pay that amount a bunch of times, 12 months every year for 5 years. So I would like a formula for that. I would like you to see if you can write a formula. So, just put a little 3 here, then write yourself a formula. How much are you paying all together at $289.99 a month for however many months you calculated in part 2? Now, in number 4, it says, what is the total amount of interest paid? Well, you got to kind of think about this with the total interest. Remember, the interest is the extra part that you're paying to the lender for being allowed to borrow his money or her money or their money. So if you pay $15,000 as your principal and then you pay a little bit more for interest, that's going to be the amount that you get in step 3. But if you subtract off that $15,000 from the principal, that is going to give you the total interest. And you should be able to write a formula for that. I would like a formula here, and I would like a formula in number 4. So 2 formulas, please. Now, this we kind of talked about. We talked about this way back when we did the actual problem. And we talked about APR divided by N needing its own parentheses when it's being added and subtracted. So I'm not really worried about number 5. So what I'm going to do, give me just a quick sec. I'm going to put a big X. Well, I was going to try to draw an X. There we go. I don't want you to worry about number 5 because we've already talked about that. Okay. So in that sheet, you should have an answer for 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 3 and 4 should be formulas. 2 can be a formula, but it doesn't have to be because it's a pretty easy multiplication task. And then if you're in Excel, save it, upload it to Canvas. Or if you're in a Google Sheet, adjust your share settings, share the link in the Canvas assignment submission. Okay? Thank you very much.